Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Ring around on my leg, right at my knee, sniffing around at my knee. There's a little guy. This, of course, is Dr. Snurf. Yay, Dr. Snurf. And do not worry, once again, you see these spots on his hips? Both sides he has these. Those are where his scent glands are. Syrians have scent glands right up here on their hips. That's not dangerous or bad. It's just there's an oily substance that comes out. They rub their hips on things and it leaves their scent. And so it just gets oily. Sometimes it gets gummy and sometimes it's really thick and sometimes it's not. So it's just a scent gland. It's fine. He's a little sweetheart though. I woke him up, so I'm going to put him back into his cage so he can go back into his little house. There you go, little guy. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I mean, they can't help being the way they are. Hamsters and rodents. They have instinct. And I was just thinking beforehand, it's like, well, you know, you could set up a cage to confound their instincts. They don't have to just live with their instinct because it's an artificial environment. But then it's like, what would be the point of that? It's not going to help them. Excuse me. In fact, it would be just putting them into a state of artificial stress all the time. So give them places to just satisfy their instinct to hide and satisfy their instinct to burrow, and then they're happy. Because if you're trying to do that so that you can see them, it's like, whose benefit is for that? Is it for the hamster or is it for you? And if it's for you, well, just live with it. Let them be happy. Let them satisfy what their instincts are. So thumbs up on that. So he's back into his cage and he's gone back to bed. Little Gojira, oh, I felt so terrible last night. I have, excuse me, I have one of these lighters. I just have it down here for when I have to use it, grab it, take it, go outside. But it's one of these. And I have a big work area here, but so it's sloppy, and so I move stuff all over the place depending on what it is, when I'm using it, when I'm not using it, and just remember, organized chaos. Last night, I set this on my computer because it was in the way. Well, that was bad. Because right down there next to my computer is Gojira's cage. Bonghjornu was up and bouncing around and doing things and climbing on the sides of the cage and running around and being wild. When I put the torch on the computer, it was not perfectly balanced, and after about 30-40 seconds it went whoo down into her cage, and unfortunately it swung as it fell. And you saw that big plastic base it has? It went whap with the corner of that right into her nose. Oh, she screamed. Hamster scream, you know, that loud, horrible sound they make. And she made that sound for a while because she was scared to death. And oh, I felt so bad because I was finally able to pick her up and she had blood right here on the side of her nose where it had split her skin. I mean, it wasn't terrible. And after 5 minutes, you couldn't even see where she had been hurt. But you don't need to see hurt to know that it hurts. So I mean, that's the first time I've dropped anything into there. So it's not like it happens a lot. But, oh, I feel so bad. I mean, she's forgotten it. I don't even know if her nose hurts her anymore. So I hope not. But, I don't like hurting anything, and so when I accidentally do, I don't like it. So, thumbs up for that. Past that, I have not gone walkies. Yesterday was a day that I really wish I had. I'm kind of afraid to, because it's been raining so much. I mean, I bet downtown Shelton is probably clear. I have no ideas, because up here in southern Shelton, we're still snowed in. My van won't move. Our neighbors' vehicles are largely stuck. People are not able to get around on the roads. But everywhere that's not southern Shelton generally loses their snow way before we do down here. So, well, down here is on a north-south map, oriented with north at the top. So, it's joyous. Today I've got to go out walkies anyway, so hopefully I'm not going to fall. I'm going to take my umbrella as like an emergency stick. You know, if I start to fall, I can at least jam it into something. So, I'm just afraid of it being really slick because of compacted snow that's melting and is wet. And that's when you're going to have trouble. And no matter, my hiking boots are really, really good, but there's nothing that you can grip onto when you're sliding like that. It doesn't matter what the grip or the bite, when you've got that layer of water there, it is just near frictionless. So, thumbs up. Past that though, still just doing things and being horrified by business practices, because after all, in the business world, Activision, with the most money they've ever made ever, and they've laid off 10% of their workforce because they've made more money than they've ever made before. And capitalism is insane. Unregulated capitalism is insane, and it can quickly go cancerous. And if we're not in the mid stages of cancerous capitalism right now, or if we're not toward the beginning or beginning of the middle, then I'd be amazed, because it's getting really, really toxic and really, really cancerous, especially the way it's become capitalism now in the US with the for-profit prison business, where the state excuse me, I am so sorry, the state signs a contract with the for-profit business saying, if the bed's occupancy falls below this percentage, we will pay you a penalty because we're not fulfilling our part of the contract by going out and finding people to imprison. That's already bad. And it's bad and getting worse. So I don't know what's going to happen. On the other hand, I don't know if we're going to have to worry about it, because if we can't get a hold of what's happening with global climate change, we're not going to have to worry about it. I mean, I could foresee myself in 10, 15 years being one of the refugees trying to find a place to live. We're at sea level here in Shelton. I mean, southern Shelton, no, but downtown Shelton there's the bay. So, great. Not bay. I mean, there's the Puget Sound, which is, Washington State has a peninsula. And it's the sound comes in through the peninsula and like almost cuts off that 1/3 of the state, because it almost goes down to the Columbia River. And so we're attached to one of the tributaries, fjords, of the sound. And so we've got bay waters all the way where we are. And so if the water level goes up and continues going up, Shelton's gone. And we're going to have to find some place to go. So, thumbs up for that. I mean, I've lived on water most of my life, so I have no ideas what it's like to live, and if there are places that aren't basically on water. Are there? I mean, in the Midwest, I suppose, but even at that, I mean, when I've lived in Bellingham, I lived on Bellingham Bay. There was right there, Port City. Here, I mean, it's not a port, but we ship stuff and we're on water. When I was in Florida, you know, it was, Homestead wasn't on the water, but it was on the water. You were 5 minutes away. And when I was on the other side, when I was at Hurlburt Field, that was in Fort Walton Beach on the Gulf. So really the only place I've ever lived that wasn't on the water was when I was in 2 years in Germany at Zembach Air Base. Zembach. Really, really tiny town called Zembach. And it was nice. Nice little town. Really close to the French border. And yeah, I just ramble on about nothing at all. Thank you very, very much for coming along with me on this journey of exploration. Thank you. I need to talk to get my brain working, and since I don't have any, I'm gonna need to move my pop shield. I'm very sorry about the noise. It's got a very bad gooseneck, and so it falls. I got it, and it was like only working at like 80%, so it's always sliding, and then it's below where it needs to be. So yay. Yeah. Life is life, though. I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. And of course, weather is fun. Always be safe. Always better to be safe than sorry. Especially the older you get. Very, very few people are like Buster Keaton. The way back, the old movie guy. As I've been finding out. I mean, he was amazing. One of the stunts he did, it would have killed anyone else, and it should have killed him. If you've ever seen that movie clip when he's blasted head, you know, face first into the water, with water blasting down on top of him in a railroad situation, that actually broke his neck. They found out only afterward that it broke his neck to do that. But he just got up and did stuff. He did things that would have killed other people. And I still am amazed at this one. I mean, I'm only 56, and I'm afraid to fall down now because I don't want to break my hip. I mean, I got good, strong bones, a good, healthy body, and that's good, but it's best not to tempt fate. But Buster Keaton, even when he was old and shouldn't have been doing this stuff, would act all frail, like, you know, oh, I've fallen, can you help me? And then they'd stand him up, and then he would show how he would do things by lifting up one of his legs and putting it up on a table and talking about it, and then he'd lift up his other leg and put it on the table. So he was just there looking at them with his legs on the table, and then he'd go wham onto the ground. Oh my God, I'm afraid of breaking an arm when I fall now. So I can't imagine being that kind of resilient. But thumbs up for that. Oh, the housemate's up and awake now. Smoker, so what can you say? But life is life. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do and try not to get destroyed by life. Thumbs up for that. I am hoping, as stated earlier, to get down into town because I need to buy stuff to eat, stuff to drink. I need to go check my mail. I just need to exercise. I hurt so much. Yesterday I broke out, of course, I mean, because that's what it's there for, the pedal exerciser, and I pedaled on that thing until it got stuck. When the pedals, the metal part gets too hot and expands, it doesn't turn. And so it goes from really, really easy to the longer I use it, it gets harder to pedal, and it starts making squeak sounds, and then it just goes because it's gotten too hot and expanded too much, and the metal pieces aren't moving past each other anymore. So I did that, and even then my legs were still aching, but at least they didn't feel like they'd been beaten with baseball bats anymore. Thumbs up for that. It's a good thing. Hokey smokes. Again, I am so sorry. I have to take in THC in the morning times, and to do so causes damage, maybe minor, but damage nonetheless. And of course, when your body is damaged, you get inflammation and mucus production, especially in your throat, which is all just mucous membrane. So my sincere apologies on that. But I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me comments. Now it is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count an American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro fog, brain damage from my alcoholism, I am so sorry that I get lost as often as I do. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I am an American English speaker. We're just not good at that sort of thing. And of course, I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Afterward, I'm going to go through, read as many as I can, thumbs up each one I do, answer as many as I can as well. Definitely a thumbs up for that. But this is just a thank you for having left me a comment. A good comment, a bad comment, and a different comment. You took the time and left me a comment. Thank you so very, very much. Now, you might stink. Thank you very much. And Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Memes World, thumbs up and thank you. Tundra Keeper, thumbs up. One Volty Boy, very cool. Kathy Kit's Cat, thumbs up and greatly appreciated. Animation Newscast, thumbs up and thank you. Sebastian Ferris, greatly appreciated. Thomas S, thumbs up. Russian Timon, greatly appreciated. No Name, thumbs up. And Walking Thieves, greatly appreciated. Woona Wools, heck of a name. Gabby E, thumbs up and thank you. Nelson Rufino, greatly appreciated. Gary Einstetter, I imagine, thank you. Don Cheeto's Music, greatly appreciated. We Are God, thumbs up and thank you. Denial, thumbs up. And Tall Dude 123, and boy, my nose itches. Sorry about this. Good God, Miss Molly. And Tony, I can't even remember what number I was on, so we'll go with Tony Lee, thumbs up and thank you. Grim Guns, thumbs up and thank you as well. And last but not least, Nandini Gupta. Thank you, each and every one of you. Hopefully I got close to 25 as stated. My nose still itches like the devil right there. It's like I got bit by an itch bug. Whatever that would be. Anyway, though, thank you, each and every one of you, as stated, to get me out of my head into the world dealing with real people, and that is appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up. While I've got my hands in the air, if you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, NearlySeniorCitizen.com, a blog that I still haven't started writing it in because of, oh my God, why does it itch so much? I am clean. I am not covered in bugs. My sincere apologies. Just sometimes my face starts to itch. Thumbs up for that. Now, where was I? If you could check out, or oh man, I derailed myself entirely by having an itchy face. Anyway, though, if you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that too would be awesome and definitely appreciated. But if you did not want to, or such, because of me and my bloody itchy nose, good Lord, my apologies. It's not like there's I don't have like a hermit crab or anything in my nostrils. Oh my God, that's like the Green Lantern villain, nostrils. Anyway, though, my apologies. My nose has derailed my brain entirely. So hopefully I'm gonna at least have a reaction video today. I'm gonna hopefully make a game video. I know I've got this. And if I can do it safely and it's not too wet, I'll try and drag I don't know what sort of vehicle or such is out there, but that's very loud. I will try and drag the camera out and see what we can see what's going on. So definitely a thumbs up there. So even though it's only 19 minutes, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. So I could either just yammer on and fill the time, which is no one would watch that anyway, or I can just cut this off so that you don't have to worry about it. In which case, most people would have already seen the time and then decided not to watch the end, which would be this part anyway. Anyway, take care, have a great day, and I will see you.